In terms of Northern Ireland, accepting the issue of the visible border, assuming a sufficient level of cooperation and trust between the UK and the European Union, can you tell me in any scenario, including no deal, what checks or activity would, as of necessity, need to be conducted at that border, rather than, for example, online or away from the border?
So, the UK has been clear that under no circumstances will we be putting in any infrastructure or any associated checks at the Irish border. So we do not envisage, even if there is no deal, doing that, and certainly the backstop would remove the need for it, as would some of the other models that the UK government has put forward since the referendum. But I can't speak for the EU or the Irish.
So in general our approach would be threefold. First of all, that in collecting customs declarations you use the IT system to risk those customs declarations, and in the current model for rest of the world that removes huge tracks of those declarations, more than 98%. If you do need to physically inspect something, you don't necessarily need to do it at the actual physical border. You can take it inland, you can inspect it at somebody's premises if they're a trusted trader, and so on and so forth, and we set all of that out too. Your absolute last resort would be to do it at the physical border, and the government's been clear it would not do that in Northern Ireland, so you'd want to maximise those first two routes.
Lars Carlson last week said it's possible to have no checks at the border, no infrastructure, no slowing down. The head of the Irish tax authorities, Niall Cody, said he was practically 100% certain, quote unquote, that no new customs posts would be necessary. Mr Hans Mason last week called the problem of the Irish border, quote unquote, fictitious. And now we've got your testimony. So why does the government persist in accepting the argument that the Irish border would need to be hard under any circumstance?